Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome to the first ever, the hopefully weekly series, where your favorite YouTuber, MudlupWWE, reviews Smackdown. Woo. Hopefully you guys got enjoyment out of that, because it's a thing now. Every week you're getting to see that. Anyway, same setup as last time. I have my laptop with my notes over here. I moved it closer so that way it doesn't look as obnoxious when I look over. But anyway, the show starts with Kevin Owens doing a highlight reel, and it makes me wonder if this feud between him and Chris Jericho is going to continue, because frankly it shouldn't. I don't want to see it anymore. That would have been the benefit of just having Kevin Owens beat Chris Jericho at, what was it, Payback? So that way Chris Jericho could have been stuck on Raw, Owens could have been on SmackDown, and then they don't have to fight again. But more than likely we'll be getting a rematch between these two, and yeah, he tells the crowd that his beatdown on Chris Jericho is just a snippet of what he could do, and then invites his guest out in French, but you don't know who his guest is, because unless you speak French, and I don't even know if he's saying it right, I would assume Kevin Owens can speak French pretty fluently, being Canadian and all. AJ Styles comes out, and while AJ is on the ramp, the blue lighting was just so much that it just kind of all became a mess. Don't think they should ever do that again, because it looked horrible. Don't know what they were doing, don't know if it was my TV. I don't think it was my TV, because my TV didn't do it for the rest of the night. Maybe just be careful with having AJ Styles stand out there, okay? Because it's a bad idea. Anyway, Ginger comes out to interrupt the brawl. Oh yeah, there was a brawl. Sorry, I didn't put that in the notes. They were going to brawl, and then Ginger comes out, and he's like, blah 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 blah. I don't care. Segments like these, they serve the purpose that they're there for. The thing that stood out to me more was the fact that both of the heels in this situation are foreign heels. And it kind of makes me wonder, is this what SmackDown's going to be built upon for the next however long until we have another brand superstar shakeup, if you will? Because, frankly, the foreign heel, it works. Sometimes even Rusev is on SmackDown. So, are we going to have three people doing this at the same time? Which raises another question. Was this supposed to be Rusev's spot? Just thinking out loud. So, he had AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal, and the thing that stood out here was just how phenomenal, pun intended, AJ Styles is. Because Jinder hasn't really had a single good match. Ever. I've never seen him have a good match. But AJ Styles, he was trying for it. Then I started thinking, and I was like, man, if AJ Styles wins, and then Rusev comes out, who I don't think I remember seeing him. I don't think I saw him. Must have blanked out and missed like a video segment or something. But AJ Styles, Rusev, bam! Good matches. Good storyline. I mean, because the only storyline you got is foreign heel. So give AJ Styles that belt, have Rusev fight him for him. Man, I'd love that. We have a video. Oh, I'm sorry. AJ is getting distracted. Well, the referee gets more distracted by the Singh brothers. And then Kevin Owens hits AJ Styles in the back of the knee with the US title, which is weird because for a while we hadn't seen anybody using the titles as weapons, and now we've seen Jinder do it and Kevin Owens recently. Hopefully that's coming back, because nothing like disrespecting the title. I'm a fan. That gives Jinder the victory. Who freaking cares, really? The match was serviceable. AJ really, I don't think he salvaged this. Jinder is just not good. He also still feels like a wildly lower card, mid card guy. So there was a video segment for Lana's debut. Who cares? I can't be the only one who doesn't care. I mean, Then there was an episode of the Fashion Files, and Breeze comes in a shitty disguise as a janitor, and Fandango is stunned. Literally, okay, this is going to be one of the only things worth watching on this show, because the Fashion Files really show that Tyler Breeze and Fandango, they deserve some attention. I get Tyler Breeze, he's a really smaller guy, but they're both really into this, and frankly, I really hope they win the tag titles this Sunday at Backlash. Anyway, Orton gets interviewed backstage, And he says that people don't like Jinder because he's an ass, because apparently Jinder's been implying that people don't like him because he's foreign, which immediately reminded me of Muhammad Hassan, and I'm like, shit. But again, don't really care. I don't feel like Jinder's a big enough deal, and Orton, he's Orton. He's never really good. Like, he's always serviceable. See, because my opinion on Orton has changed a lot recently. Because I used to think, oh man, he's really good, but watching his matches now, they're just so uninspired. We had Breezango versus the Colognes. Breezango wins. Who cares? I mean, the Usos come out, and it was okay. Like, honestly, I was kind of feeling the promo a little bit. And then they start pretending to do a Miranda rights. So that really dropped it down. And then they started yelling a lot. And somebody needs to tell the Usos there's a difference between like intensity and yelling. Because everything was going fine when they weren't really yelling. And then they got to a point where they just kind of started yelling. And frankly, I don't care. It's interesting because literally at the beginning of this segment, I was like, man, the Usos, I don't even know if I want Breezango to win. Because honestly, I had forgotten they were even on SmackDown. I mean, I haven't seen them in like 2 months. But I assume they're going to lose the tag titles, but I'll be doing a video for that later. Then we have the contract signing. Who cares? This is a friendly reminder from your old host Mudlup to all of you lovely viewers. Carmella has not won on pay-per-view yet. She's had a lot of matches and hasn't won a single time on pay-per-view. Between losing to Nikki Bella, losing to Natalya, losing in title matches, she hasn't won on pay-per-view yet. Do I say that because I think she's going to win? Nope. I say that because I'm pretty sure they're going to lose. The whole welcoming committee, let's be frank, guys, this fucking sucks. It would have been okay if Becky turned and was heel, which they might be hinting at one of the faces turning, but you can't turn Charlotte, and Naomi's the most over she's ever been. Becky is the only one of the 3 that can turn. Then you kind of slide in Lana, and then slide in Nikki Bella when she comes back, and you can kind of make it work. But here's the way I look at it. Tamina has never done anything. Well, let's be honest. Wanna like her, never done anything. Carmella, been on the roster for, what? Let's see, it's May. She's been on the main roster for 9 months. Hasn't won a single pay-per-view match. Okay, so obviously the company doesn't care about her, so why should we? And then you have Natalya, who's been in the company for, God, it seems like a decade now, and hasn't done shit. People say, oh, she's this great wrestler. Frankly, she bores me when she's on TV wrestling. She is not that good. And then that's fine. You can be as good, like technically sound as you want to be, but if you can't keep the fans interested, even the more casual fans, then you're not a good wrestler. You're not. But this isn't a Natalya hate piece. Point is, the welcoming committee are a bunch of jobbers. And I don't get why they think it's going to work. Though I do like that Tamina is finally getting TV time, which is really nice. Something I noticed was when they were signing the contract, there was like a whole shit ton of pens. I'm like, damn. They must have thought everybody was going to use a pen, like their own separate pen. I was kind of hoping we'd get like a pen stab spot, but we didn't. Because why would we? They all cut a little, well, Natalya and the 3 phases cut little promos, which were boring as fuck, but they were okay. And then Ellsworth ends it, and he implies that the girls on the face team want him, and he's like, you can't have me. I know you're the queen, but I only wanted to be the prince to the princess of Staten Island. And okay, I'm going to be honest, I enjoyed it. Ellsworth, he's making the most out of what he's got. I mean, it's a shame, because honestly, there's really no point in being there anymore. But, everything broke into anarchy, and then we got announced a match, Naomi versus Carmella, which, I mean, okay. Naomi she loses, because literally she's making Carmella her bitch the whole time. And then gradually more and more members of the welcoming committee get ejected versus Ellsworth. And then it's the whole group. When they're leaving, anarchy breaks out there. Carmella rolls up Naomi, so she can't even get a really nice dominant victory, which means the heels stand tall. The story dictates that in theory the faces can't work together. And Carmella's on that team. So I don't think I don't think the faces are going to lose. I mean, we'll see on Sunday. There was a Dolph Ziggler video package. At first, there was a Shinsuke video package, and he's like, hey, check out all these cool things Shinsuke has done. And then it pops up a message like, no footage found, which was kind of humorous, I'm not going to lie. Because, frankly, this is something that's been getting on my nerves. Because you figure, it's been a month, almost a month and a half, since Shinsuke debuted on the main roster. And he has done jack shit. And I don't get it. I don't get it. What was the point of this? The question that gets raised, for me at least, is what is going to happen after this? Do they continue feuding? Is this going to be something we see stretched out all the way to SummerSlam? Does Shinsuke only wrestle like 10 matches a year? I'm curious, to be honest. Hopefully they don't fuck this up, because Shinsuke, from what I've seen of him, he seems like a good talent, but maybe he's just an entrance. Who knows? We get Zayn backstage getting interviewed, and he announces that there's a Zayn versus Baron Corbin match set for Backlash. Okay. I'm okay with that. Corbin jumps Sammy mid-promo. The beatdown wasn't that good. I mean, I think the problem is that they've done the Baron Corbin beating down Sami Zayn spot a few times now. So you kind of had to either go way less or go way more. And frankly, we didn't do much, so we went way less. So then Randy Orton's coming out, because the main event is Randy Orton versus Baron Corbin. So as all of the hardcore fans like complaining when Roman Reigns is fighting for a title, hey guys, Randy Orton got the jobber entrance. He came out first, even though he's the champ. You guys feel better about yourself. And yes, this will be a reoccurring theme on this channel. Literally every time that somebody gets the jobber entrance as the champ, we're going to do this. Oh, but see, in theory it makes sense, because Baron Corbin was just beating up Sami Zayn. But nobody would say that if it was Roman Reigns who did it. They'd say, oh, well, Roman Reigns had to come out last. Just saying. The thing I immediately took from this match is that it was boring. The beginning, like, I get that, I think the storyline was that, oh, well, Randy Orton kept going for the headlock, and Corbin kept getting out of it. But, frankly, I like Baron Corbin. I'm okay with Orton. Just boring. Then they announced that Eric Rowan was going to be on Talking Smack, and my thought was, why? Why is he there? He hasn't done anything in a while. Luke Harper hasn't done anything in a while. Mojo wasn't even on SmackDown this week. He's still on SmackDown, right? Rusev isn't there. You start noticing that a lot of these guys aren't even there. So hopefully things start picking up a little bit. Cena's still not there. Baron Corbin goes for the, I'm going to run outside of the ring and then run back in. I can't remember what it's called. But he goes for that move, and Orton reverses it into an RKO, wins the match. And woo! Who cares? Because frankly, legitimately, who cares? I get tired of this burial. I'm getting tired of this faux burial of Baron Corbin, because he's like the only like main event level heel on SmackDown right now, which, you know, they could have planned for this a little better. But he's like the only one they have. So he's lost matches to like AJ Styles. He's lost matches to John Cena, Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton now. And legitimately, the only people he beats are people like Sami Zayn and Dolph Ziggler. Not a fan of this, guys. But yeah, Jinder and the Singh brothers beat up Orton post-match. It was a thing. This SmackDown, I think legitimately the only things really worth watching would be the Fashion Files, and then the women's contract signing was okay. Everything else is just, it was all a waste of time. Basically, you get these results, you didn't miss like a phenomenal match anywhere in the card. You really didn't miss much. Just, if you missed this episode of SmackDown, honestly, good on you. Because this episode was